A couple of weeks back, I brought a pair of pants into the tailor, and I asked the tailor if he would be able to do something to the pants. And he said, look, I have to look at it, I have to be able to open it up and see the inside in order to tell you if I can do it or not. So I was comfortable, and I said, okay, that's fine, I'll leave the pants with you. And the tailor said, okay, just it might take me a few days. And I said, okay, that's fine, how much do I owe you? And he said, no, you don't owe me anything now. When I open it up and look at it and measure it, if I'm able to do it, then you'll pay me. But in the end of the day, if I can't do it for you, I don't want you to pay me. So I figured, well, what an honest person and what a nice person this tailor was. And I basically said to him, okay, that's fine. But if you're not able to do it, don't you want me to pay you for your time, for your effort of trying? He said, no. You pay me for the finished product. If I'm able to do what it is that you want, then you'll pay me. If I'm not able to do what it is that you want, I can't finish the product, then I don't want you to pay me. And I thought to myself how interesting it is when we connect that concept to a part of our lives which you speak about in the beginning of the second parsha of this week, which is so integral and important to us living lives as Torah Jews. The pasuk says, "Im Bechukosai telechu, v'es mitzvosai tishmeru v'asisem osam." That Hashem says, if we follow His mitzvos, we keep them, we observe them, and we live our lives invested in them, then He will give us blessing. He'll give us bracha, He'll give us parnasa, there'll be rain. To us, effectively, rain means parnasa, certainly in agrarian society. Nowadays, we would look at it as a parnasa vantage point. And Rashi makes a comment on those words, and he says as follows. What do the words in Bechukosai telechu mean? Shetiyu amelim baTorah. That we should be invested and entrenched in the learning of Torah. Meaning that we should dive into learning of Torah and commit ourselves to it. And the Chafetz Chaim compares it to the following. He says, yes, look at that tailor that I encountered. Very nice person. But the tailor made one thing clear. If he can't do the finished product, then all of the effort that he put in to see, to try, to check, he didn't want to be paid for it. Because he should only be paid for the finished product. But when it comes to learning Torah, we're not rewarded for the finished product. So, for example, if I were to learn a halacha, and it's a halacha which is very difficult, and it's taking me time to really understand it, and I'm sitting there 10 minutes, 20 minutes, really trying to understand the difficult concept, and I say, well, look, if I don't get it, if I don't understand it in the end, then I just wasted these last 20 minutes. So the Chafetz Chaim explains, no, that's what the mitzvah of Amelus Batorah is all about. Those 20 minutes, we're paid for, we're rewarded for, even though we didn't finish the product. And that's the unique ability of Talmud Torah, because it rewards us for our investment, even if the investment doesn't lead to a finished product, which is something that's unfounded in our society or in the world. And within it contains an incredible lesson for us. And that is that Hashem watches. He observes not only our actions, but He observes our commitment to His Torah. And perhaps there has been too much of a lackadaisical approach, attitude that we've had in the past when it comes to learning Torah, because we're worried that I won't be able to really understand, or I won't be able to really succeed in grasping different ideas and maintaining and retaining them and internalizing them. So Hashem says, just try, and He will reward us for just trying. This coming week is Rosh Chodesh Sivan, and it introduces the time period in which we prepare for Kabbalas HaTorah, which takes place a week from Sunday, in which we receive the Torah once again. And so the Torah in this week's parsha is telling us to get ready. And the way in which we get ready is just by trying and investing. And hopefully, as we invest in Hashem's Torah and show Him the love that we have of His Torah, on whatever level we are, and all the access that we have in our society, which thousands of years the Jewish people never had as much access to Torah as we have. So on our level, as we make this commitment to Hashem and His Torah, we hope that HaKadosh Baruch Hu gives us the blessing, the bracha, as the pasuk says, "V'nasati gishmechem be'itam." He's going to give us rain, and in agricultural society, rain was parnasa, rain was livelihood. That Hashem will reward us both in this world with blessing, and also we're certain that He will reward us in the world to come. May we encounter and welcome this month of Sivan as the month of Matan Torah, and welcome it and invest in it as we never have before. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.